Victor, just like Victor is easy to do. Right? Do you think it would be you? You guys are just gonna be like, you know, on my magazine. I get emails. Yeah. Are there lots of? Are you everywhere? That's awesome. The guy I was talking to, he's the university. Neat. Just a reminder. Hey everybody, just a reminder. On America the Beautiful, when she's singing, we're going to reverse the rest of the music of it. Cover up. When she's not singing, so the opening, and then at the very end.
Well, she's saying it's got it all through the piece, right?
Yeah, we brought them all in. Good. Oh, I was just gonna, I mean, basically, one of, you know, I thought of that today. At least we need to play loud at the beginning. I love playing. I just like playing loud. This whole thing is oh, we're on this. Oh, no. We're on Barbarian. Wait. We're on TV. There we go. Jesus. God. That's all I need at the same time. I'm going to step down. Perfect. I lost count. Well, 48. I'm 48 years. I was like 3 years. It's like getting in middle school, high school, college. It's really going to be 3 years. I mean, I don't play like you guys, but I play once in a while. You play well. I'm a math piece and I'll bust around your house. Press box. Yeah, I know. Feeling I just sit here. I got it off of my son. Yeah, you look good. Yeah. It's like why we don't put our top color buttons anymore. We got to make it as casual as possible. Yeah, it always constricts. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was it. Alright. Everyone, if you're out of tune, we're going to play as sharp as possible. Yeah. All our slides all the way through. Ariel, and your hand is out. Fanfare first. Right? Fanfare first. Okay, you're good.
Good morning. Would those of you who are sitting please rise and join us in singing America the Beautiful. You may be seated. Welcome. What a glorious day this is. I'm Ann Wallace. I'm the chair of the UNCG faculty and of the Faculty Senate. And it is my great pleasure to bring congratulations and best wishes from all of your faculty to you. I know that you graduates are the happiest people in this hall. But your friends and your family are very happy for you too. And we, your faculty, yes. And we, your faculty, are a really close third. This is our life's work. And we are so glad to have been a part of your great accomplishment. As we all know, commencement is both an end of a period of time of accomplishment and work for you, and it's also the beginning of a new life for you, new challenges and new ambitions. In the same way, each commencement is a kind of commencement for UNCG as well. You know, this is our 124th year here at this great university. And next year, we're already looking forward to the celebrations of our 125th anniversary. That's looking back in part on our past accomplishments and our growth as a university. But this year in particular, we're also looking forward because this fall, it was our great joy to welcome to our campus a new chancellor, Frank Gilliam. And today it is my privilege to introduce him. I'm not going to say much because it's much more interesting to listen to Frank than it is to me. But I will say this, he's a teacher, he's a scholar, and he's a leader most of all. And already he's begun to place his mark on this campus. Will you help me turn this page in UNCG's history by offering a warm welcome to Chancellor Franklin D. Gilliam, Jr.
Good morning, Spartan Nation. I'm pleased to welcome all of you here this morning. Certainly our new graduates, congratulations. I too want to extend my congratulations to the families and the friends who have supported our students over the years. This commencement, this 2015 winter commencement, will be forever special for me as it represents my first commencement as chancellor. But this is your day. It's a day to celebrate. It is a day to savor your accomplishments. And it is also a day of collective triumph. It is a collective triumph because you are part of a community of scholars, a community of family, a community of friends. And this community has gotten you to where you are today. Now, to be sure, a lot of hard work went into it on your own, and you should be very proud about that. But this marks the beginning of a new life for you. It's a turning of the page, if you will. And for many of you, what lies ahead is uncertain. I know this because this past June, I had a daughter who graduated, and I sat out there like many of the families and parents. And I know my daughter sat there like many of you, uncertain about what lies ahead, particularly given the fact that we live in difficult and troubling times. And it's not only a challenge for you individually, but it's a challenge to the society. But it's exactly at this moment, it's exactly at the moment where we are tested that we need new leaders. And one of the things that UNCG is proud of is that it produces leaders. So we're lucky. We're turning to you, our new generation of leaders, to help us address the world's complex problems. You have the power to make a difference in our community. Whatever you do, and my directive is always follow your passion. Follow your passion. But you might be an artist, a nurse, a scientist, a business person, an academic even. But I think what sets you apart, what being part of the Spartan nation means, is that you are committed to making a difference in the world. You are committed to contributing to our local and global communities. So as the newest members of the Spartan alumni family, you're joining a vast network of tens of thousands of Spartan alums around the state and around the country and across the globe. And I encourage you to draw on this network throughout your lives. We are proud of your achievements. We celebrate this day with you, and we look forward with great anticipation to what lies ahead for you in the future. Congratulations once again.
Good morning. My name is Mary Napier, and I am president of your UNCG Alumni Association. Congratulations, graduates, and welcome to the UNCG alumni family. You are part of a proud tradition, and you're the energy of the future. You are joining the ranks of UNCG alumni who have sat where you are sitting today and have gone on to make a difference in countless fields of endeavor. From convocation to commencement, your journey at UNCG is bookended by two beginnings. You all understand that this moment is the end of a college experience, but it is also the beginning of something new. You are preparing to begin a new phase that will take you to places unimagined. You have formed bonds here that will last a lifetime. Treasure and keep the friends and connections you have made. Appreciate the ones who helped you get where you are, your family, your friends, your mentors, your teachers. In a short time, you will say goodbye to one another and scatter wherever life takes you. Many of you will not return to our beautiful campus for a long time. As you begin your next chapter, keep your memories of this place close. Stay in touch through your alumni association. Follow what is going on at your alma mater and learn about alumni events in your area. And whenever you have a chance, come home to UNCG. Thank you, and keep in touch.
Welcome, faculty, distinguished guests, families, friends, graduates, and all. I am honored to have been chosen by the School of Nursing to represent my fellow graduates at this year's commencement as the student speaker. When I accepted this role, I was instructed to speak simply about life in a few minutes. When I sat down to sum up life, I had a hard time narrowing down life. There are many great quotes and sayings about life. With the help of Google, I found over 34,000 of them. These are some that I found. Audrey Hepburn said, "The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters." Dale Carnegie offered these words of wisdom. "It isn't what you have or who you are or where you are or what you're doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It's what you think about it." Nicholas Chamfort kept it simple with these words: "The most wasted of days is one without laughter." These are a few of the great quotes on life, but just not exactly what I would want to impart to you. As a mother of 2 girls, I would want to impart more to them when they reach this point in their life. So I have 5 things I would want to share with them about living life, and I will share these with you. First, everything worth having in life requires a choice and work. According to Lev Grossman, if there's a single lesson life teaches us, it's that wishing doesn't make it so. William Jennings Bryan said, "Destiny is no matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. It's not a thing to be waited for, it's a thing to be achieved. Decide now that you're going to be a person who works relentlessly for your goals and dreams, then do it." Secondly, life's a journey. There's planning for your next adventure. We all applied to UNC Greensboro and prepared our support systems and adjusted our lives to begin this part of our journey. There's work in the journey. We can all relate to similar portions of our journey in our education, which likely includes staying up all night to finish papers and assignments and having to choose doing our schoolwork over spending time with our loved ones or doing something fun. There can also certainly be bumps along life's journey. There's also accomplishment and celebration in reaching your goal. For example, today's graduation. Graduation is not the ending of school or the beginning door opening to your next job. It's a part of the journey of life. Make sure that you enjoy all parts of the journey, from planning to celebration. Take time to stop and smell the roses in life's busyness, and to find your own happiness and all that life brings you in each moment you're given. They are each precious and pass so quickly. Thirdly, acknowledge everyone. Show respect to everyone you meet, from the cashier at the store to the president of the company, to someone you know well, or to a stranger you pass. When you pass someone, take time to look them in the eye and say hello. If you know their name, then use it. It will make them feel better, and you will feel better as well than if you went through the whole day in solitude and isolation. Next, say thank you. None of us got to this point in our life where we're celebrating the culmination of all of our hard work without the help of others. Faculty members, thank you for all the wisdom that you have imparted to each of us, the next generation. Thank you most of all for teaching us by example and demonstrating your passion and our passion for our growth and learning, and exemplifying professionalism. For these are the things that we have seen in your actions that we will take and seek to emulate going forward in our careers, and to pay forward your investment in us. Spouses and family members, thank you for your sacrifices, love, and support that have helped each graduate here successfully meet their goals. Classmates, thank you. Since meeting you at the beginning of our time here at UNC Greensboro, we have grown to become lifelong friends. We appreciate the encouragement and the pushing and pulling that you have done to inch us towards our goals and ultimately today's celebration. Lastly, accept yourself, love yourself, and value yourself. You need to be confident in whom you are and what you have to offer. You each bring something to the table that only you can bring. Don't compare yourself to others, but be an amazing you, and you will shine. Congratulations, my fellow graduates. Go be an amazing you in your life's work and enjoy every minute of it.
Thank you. It's my great honor right now to introduce today's commencement speaker. Dr. Diane Welsh is a professor in the Department of Marketing, Entrepreneurship, and Hospitality and Tourism Management in the Bryan School of Business and Economics. She is the 2015 recipient of the UNCG Alumni Teaching Excellence Award. And she joined the faculty in 2008 and is the Hayes Distinguished Professor of Entrepreneurship, and she founded the award-winning cross-disciplinary entrepreneurship program in the Bryan School. She is a globally known scholar in international franchising, family business, and entrepreneurship with over 150 publications to her credit. She is the president of the Small Business Institute and the program chair for the Technology and Innovation Management Division of the Academy of Management. All of this is a fancy way of saying that Dr. Welsh is a star scholar teacher. Her philosophy is to develop the whole person so that he or she will be able to excel both personally and professionally. This includes an understanding of the global environment. As many of you in the Bryan School know, it means the ability to work well in teams, and it is to be disciplined about resources. As an educator and the coordinator of the entrepreneurship program, she strives to develop and nurture the entrepreneur in all of her students so that they learn their own potential to evolve into successful entrepreneurs. And she hopes that this leads them to either start and own their own companies or to be able to work in a corporate environment. All told, Dr. Welsh is a model of what the scholar teacher at UNC Greensboro stands for. And I'm very pleased to introduce her today, Dr. Diane Welsh.
Good morning. We're going to try that again because I'm really enthusiastic up here. Good morning. All right, that's what I want to hear. That's great, Spartans. Congratulations, graduates. Welcome, family and friends. You have a lot to be proud of today. Commencement is the start of your future, not the end of your college career. I want to talk to you about the hero within each one of you. It is the psychological capital you possess. Psychological capital is a resource within you. It is the hero you possess. Hero represents H stands for hope. Hope is the belief you can accomplish your goals. E stands for efficacy. Efficacy is the confidence in your own abilities to achieve. R stands for resilience. Resiliency is your ability to positively cope and bounce back from adversity. O stands for optimism. Optimism is having positive expectations for future events. Taken together, these reflect your positive appraisal of circumstances and the probability of success based on your motivated effort and perseverance. The greater the hero within you, the more successful you will be. This has been proven by research and has been confirmed in all industries and around the globe. It doesn't matter where you work or what you do. In my experience building the best emerging entrepreneurship program, recognized by the U.S. Association for Small Business and Entrepreneurship, that includes 50 courses in 26 different programs and departments here at UNCG, our successful entrepreneurs come from all majors and programs and have a strong hero within them that they continue to build upon. And I define entrepreneurship as being creative and innovative in anything you do. 22% of all graduates at UNCG take at least one course in entrepreneurship. So you have the ability to be creative and innovative in all you do. Now, I am adding lessons learned from my life, and I hope this will help you build the hero within you. No worries, the speech is only 6 minutes. I also asked the faculty to pass along their most important lessons learned from their life experiences, since we all don't get the opportunity to do a commencement speech. Hope, H. When my father created the very first soft-sided luggage in the world in 1963 from a line of gear bags used in hunting and fishing, he had the hope that these lighter, more versatile bags that could be packed full without bursting would be a success. In those days, hard-sided luggage reigned. It was the norm, such as Samsonite and American Tourister. It was voted the #1 luggage used by those working in luggage stores for 17 years in a row. He had the hope that the public would adopt a better bag. Now, everyone has a backpack and carries soft-sided luggage. In 1990, as a research professor, I was assigned to change the quality of production in a Russian factory with 8,000 cotton mill workers that worked 6 days a week, by the way. This was the first time a Westerner was allowed to change production in a Russian factory since 1917. Based on my findings, the leadership at the factory decided not to have anyone work on Saturday anymore because the quality decreased so much. The workers had hope that our study would make a difference in their lives. Have hope that you can make a difference anywhere you are in anything you do. Efficacy. I was a divorced mother of a 2-year-old when I was working on my master's and doctorate. My belief that I could complete my degree along with a regimented schedule led to my success completing both degrees in 5 years. Resilience, R. Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Great Britain during World War II, gave the shortest speech in the history of high school graduation speeches. You probably wish he was here. 1 sentence long. He said, "Never, ever, ever, ever give up." Thomas Edison made 10,000 mistakes before he invented the light bulb. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success before they gave up. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. John Chapman, sales instructor at the Bryan School, learned about resilience from his father, who was a great tennis player. He said, "My father played by keeping the ball in play, never overpowering, getting his first serve in, working the angles, and looking for opportunities to gain the advantage. He was patient, determined, and mentally tough to beat even the most skilled opponent." The lesson John learned from his father: never dwell on past mistakes. Learn from them. Be and do your best in the present moment, and the future will take care of itself. Winning or losing, success or failure, is finding one's inner strength to keep it in play. The ball is in your court. O, optimism. Eloise Hassel, business law instructor and the winner of the State of North Carolina Teaching Award 2 times, said, "Every situation includes both positive and negative. You are in control. You get to choose on which you want to focus. Your life will be much happier if you choose to focus always on the positive." In conclusion, I want to thank my husband, who has listened to the speech many times, and to Dean Mac Baines, who's been a great mentor of mine. Build the hero within you. Build that hero within you. In conclusion, I wish you the best of success. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Welsh, for your thoughtful and inspiring words. At this time, it is my pleasure to recognize all degree candidates and to authorize Chancellor Gilliam to confer the degrees. Speaking for the Board of Trustees of this university and acting under the delegation of powers by the Board of Governors of the University of North Carolina, I authorize you, Chancellor Frank Gilliam, Jr., to confer the appropriate degrees upon the candidates approved by the faculties.
Today, UNCG will award approximately 1,689 earned degrees in the following categories: there will be 1,236 baccalaureate degrees awarded. $359 master's degrees, 8 specialist in education degrees, and 86 doctoral degrees. These figures represent students who received degrees either in August or are completing their degrees now in December. It's time to recognize our graduate degree candidates. Dr. William Weiner, Dean of the Graduate School, will now present the candidates for graduate degrees.
Good morning, everyone. This commencement marks a special moment as the University of North Carolina at Greensboro awards today the first Doctor of Philosophy degree in Environmental Health Science. Will the candidates for this degree please stand and be recognized? Chancellor Gilliam, I have the honor to present and to recommend to you the candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, and Doctor of Musical Arts. And will the remaining candidates for those degrees please stand?
Acting on the recommendation of the graduate faculty as conveyed by Dean Weiner and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the President of the University of North Carolina, I hereby confer the degree upon those of you who have met requirements for the doctoral degree for which you've been recommended, with all of its rights, honors, and responsibility. Congratulations. Please come forward to receive your diplomas. You will be hooded by your committee chair or co-chair.
Kara Melinda Wagoner, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Olaf Ruppel. Manahel Merkni Ali Abdelahmed, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Mitchell Croat. Shayna J. Scudder, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Risa Applegarth and Dr. Nancy Myers. Mark Elliott Brumley, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Nancy Myers and Dr. Ann Wallace. Daniel Warren Burns, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Christian Moraru. Zachary Seth Laminack, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Christian Moraru. Craig Moorhead, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Keith Cushman. Cynthia Montgomery Webb, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Scott Romine. David Richard Perkins IV, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Keith Debbage. Christine Rouse Flood, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Mark Elliott. Brian E. Lee, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Charles Bolton. Roger E. Beatty, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Paul Sylvia. David Joseph Frank, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Dana Turan. Nanika Morris, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Susan Keene. Diana Westerberg, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Julia Mendez-Smith. Susan D. Blake, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. A. Keith Mobley. Alwyn E. Wagoner IV, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. J. Scott Young. Travis Jenkins Albritton, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Sylvia Betez. Fu Liu, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Terry A. Ackerman. Thomas Patrick McCoy, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. John T. Wilsey. Robert Thomas Furter, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. John T. Wilsey. Carolyn Ann Gilbert, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. John T. Wilsey. Carol Jordan, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Mary V. Compton. Mary Cradle Jordan, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Mary V. Compton. Margot C. Appenzeller, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Mary V. Compton. Tammy Lankford Barron, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. William O. Bursuck. Marva Satterfield Miller, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Nicole Dobbins and Dr. Stephanie Kurtz. Cheryl Ann Ayers, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Wayne Jornell. Lacey Denise Huffling, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Catherine E. Matthews. Kalisha Lorraine Petty, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Heidi Corlone. Anne Griswold, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Dale Shunk. Grant Douglas Jolliffe, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. David F. Ayers. Juliana Rodriguez, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Heather M. Helms. Charyo Lee, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Linda Hestenes. Pooja Vadera, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Danielle Crosby. Anorika Doris Ajimofor, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Danielle Crosby. Cody Danielle Talbert, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Thomas Martinek. Aaron Treat Piepmeyer, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Jennifer L. Etnier. Chin Sun, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Zhanchang Zhu. Barry Adam Heggie, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Michael A. Perko. June Graham Bethay, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Denise Tucker. Beverly Satterfield Brown, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Patricia E. Sink. Megan Myrick Connor, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Lynn Llewellyn. Gloria Agatha Walters, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Deborah Wallace. Jeffrey Kimar Coleman, Doctor of Philosophy, to be hooded by Dr. Ulrich Reitzuk. Quincy De Carlos Williams, Doctor of Education, to be hooded by Dr. Ulrich Reitzuk. Tracy Lynette Helton Lewis, Doctor of Education, to be hooded by Dr. Carl Lashley. Julie Irene Boast, Doctor of Education, to be hooded by Dr. Carl Lashley. Rita J. Rathbone, Doctor of Education, to be hooded by Dr. Carl Lashley. Ashana Renee Short, Doctor of Education, to be hooded by Dr. Carl Lashley.
Please join me in congratulating our new doctors. Congratulations to all of you, and please be seated. Will the candidate recommended to receive the Specialist in Education degree please stand and remain standing as your degree is recognized. Chancellor Gilliam, I have the honor to present and to recommend the candidate who has satisfied the requirements for the Specialist in Education degree.
Acting on the recommendation of the graduate faculty as conveyed by Dean Weiner and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the President of the University of North Carolina, I hereby confer the degree upon you who has met the requirements for the degree for which you have been recommended with all of its rights, honors, and responsibilities. Congratulations. Will you please come forward to receive your diploma?
Ahmad Rayford Templeton, Specialist in Education.
Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the Specialist in Education degree. Will the candidates recommended to receive master's degrees please stand as your school and degree are recognized and remain standing. Will the graduate degree candidates in the College of Arts and Sciences for the Master of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Public Affairs, or Master of Science please stand? Will the graduate degree candidates in the Joseph M. Bryan School of Business and Economics for the Master of Arts, Master of Science, or Master of Business Administration please stand? Will the degree candidates in the School of Education for the Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Education, Master of Library and Information Studies, Master of School Administration, or Master of Science please stand? Will the graduate degree candidates in the School of Health and Human Sciences for the Master of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Public Health, Master of Science, or Master of Science in Athletic Training please stand? Will the graduate degree candidates in the School of Music, Theater, and Dance for the Master of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Fine Arts, or Master of Music please stand? Will the graduate degree candidates in the Joint School of Nanoscience and Nanoengineering for the Master of Science please stand? Will the graduate degree candidates in the School of Nursing for the Master of Science in Nursing please stand? Will the graduate degree candidates in the Division of Continual Learning for the Master of Arts degree please stand? Chancellor Gilliam, I have the honor to present and to recommend for the appropriate degree the candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the master's degrees just cited.
Acting on the recommendation of the graduate faculty as conveyed by Dean Weiner and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the President of the University of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon you those of you who have met requirements for the master's degree for which you have been recommended with all of its rights, honors, and responsibility. Congratulations. Please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Ahmad Rayford Templeton, Master of Science. Rebecca Ann Dellinger Johnston, Master of Science. Miranda Page Cox, Master of Arts. Aaron Barnes, Master of Arts. John Paul S. Zita, Master of Arts. Eric Bladen Davis, Master of Arts. Rachel Dawn Rupi, Master of Arts. Mary Lynn Lavoie, Master of Arts. Jennifer Lynn Pyle, Master of Science. Catherine Lee French, Master of Fine Arts. Sandra Acevedo Duarte, Master of Arts. Shashank Mutaneni, Master of Science. Preeti Pooja Sharma, Master of Science. Priyanka Shetty Nujadi Ratankar, Master of Science. Brittany Nicole Fuller, Master of Science. Megan Siobhan Horton, Master of Science. Amy Melissa Frost, Master of Science. Larissa Charis Pagan, Master of Arts. Natalia Ramirez, Master of Arts. Andrew Michael Kiefer, Master of Arts. Takako Zimmerman, Master of Science. Elijah Emmanuel Francois, Master of Science. Trevor Clay Gardner, Master of Science. Didi Deborah Agu, Master of Science. Eric George Seratis, Master of Science. Kristen Brooke Adams, Master of Science. William Jake Johnson, Master of Science. Donald Cooper Thomas II, Master of Science. Margaret L. Harrison, Master of Business Administration. Catherine Ann von Felt, Master of Business Administration. Sarah Elizabeth Hoy, Master of Business Administration. Micah Ann Welsh, Master of Business Administration. Ann Myers Carty, Master of Business Administration. Ankit Govindbhai Patel, Master of Business Administration. Stephen Christopher Overcash, Master of Business Administration. Brittany Michelle Black, Master of Science. Natalie Marie Hessler, Master of Science. Ogichukwu Onwura, Master of Science. Kartina Mutar, Master of Science. Lucas Allen Adamski, Master of Business Administration. Misien Jin, Master of Fine Arts. James Elliott Buckner, Master of Business Administration. Derek Jason Smith, Master of Business Administration. Matthew Michael Britt, Master of Business Administration. Daniel Christopher Rooney, Master of Business Administration. Nagarajan Ramalingam, Master of Business Administration. Kartikeyan Rajaram, Master of Business Administration. Hannah Wren Breedlove, Master of Science. Hannah Marie Wentz, Master of Science. Ellen Bailey Gordon, Master of Library and Information Studies. Emma Marie Rose, Master of Library and Information Studies. Susan Ellen de Guzman, Master of Library and Information Studies. Savannah Whitaker Snow, Master of Library and Information Studies. Sarah McKinnon Mofford, Master of Library and Information Studies. Amy Rebecca Snyder, Master of Library and Information Studies. Alicia Marie Luke, Master of Library and Information Studies. Kimberly Charisse Ashby, Master of School Administration. Pratikia Marshata, Master of Education. Emily Ann Price, Master of Education. Brittany R. Moorfield, Master of Education. Holly Irene Clegg, Master of Library and Information Studies. Jennifer Ann Sneed, Master of Library and Information Studies. Elizabeth Ann Weislach, Master of Library and Information Studies. Devin C. Willis, Master of Library and Information Studies. Tanya Renee Trent, Master of School Administration. Tiffany C. Ingram, Master of School Administration. Adam Matthew Payne, Master of School Administration. Tyson Swing Pentecost, Master of Library and Information Studies. David Gilland Edens, Master of Library and Information Studies. Jada L. Jones, Master of Library and Information Studies. Marla Marie Means, Master of Library and Information Studies. Angela Miller, Master of Library and Information Studies. Catherine Elizabeth Burnett, Master of Library and Information Studies. Lisa Williams Hartzell, Master of Library and Information Studies. Hao Wu, Master of Library and Information Studies. Rebecca Chase Piero, Master of Science. Taisha A. Kaya, Master of Arts. Donovan A. Parker II, Master of Science. Sarah Michelle Goff, Master of Arts. Mitzi Perry Cartwright, Master of Arts. Alice Zhao, Master of Music. Ran Sun, Master of Music. Jessica Margaret Alvarez, Master of Music. Kristen Greer Durrell, Master of Music. Jovan M. Adams, Master of Music. Marjan Asefi, Master of Science. Sabrina Long Locklear, Master of Science in Nursing. Martha Kazmaria Garner, Master of Science in Nursing. Tia Nakisha Shante Doles Johnson, Master of Science in Nursing. Penny Noah Flager, Master of Science in Nursing. Catherine K. Clark, Master of Science in Nursing. Shelby Joe McNeil, Master of Science in Nursing. Teresa Monroe Sinowitz, Master of Science in Nursing. Derek Nelson Newkirk, Master of Science in Nursing. Elizabeth Burke Foster, Master of Science in Nursing. Stephanie Barbara Edwards, Master of Science in Nursing. Amanda Brooks Adamski, Master of Science in Nursing. Amber Seiler, Master of Science in Nursing. Courtney Keats, Master of Science in Nursing. Larry Ryan Gibson, Master of Science in Nursing. Sheila Ann Morris, Master of Science in Nursing. Wakia Chanel Berry, Master of Science in Nursing. Joy Elizabeth Strickland, Master of Science in Nursing. Sherry Lynn Taylor, Master of Science in Nursing. Paul Franklin, Master of Science in Nursing. Melinda Ann Musamara, Master of Science in Nursing. Olivia F. Ogburn, Master of Science in Nursing. Carolyn Annette Hemrick, Master of Science in Nursing. Kelly Brignac Gibson, Master of Science in Nursing. Crystal Danielle Laws, Master of Science in Nursing. Felicia Denise Jenkins, Master of Science in Nursing. Shannon Cannon Willis, Master of Science in Nursing. Rachel Lee Loftus, Master of Science in Nursing. Martha Louise Mittman, Master of Science in Nursing. Eusebio Velez Jr., Master of Arts. Taffy Singleton Wilson, Master of Arts. Brenda Hendricks Culp, Master of Arts. Suzanne Mary Siddharth, Master of Arts. Daphne Yvonne Lewis, Master of Arts. Janine Mimi Brearley, Master of Arts.
Please join us in congratulating the recipients of the master's degree.
Will the doctoral specialist in education degree recipients, is that the one we're on? Yeah, that's all right. I was right. Will the doctoral and specialist in education degree recipients please stand along with the master's degree recipients? Are they here? Thank you. Please join us in congratulating all of our graduate degree recipients. Dean Weiner, thank you. Congratulations to each of you for your outstanding achievements. Please be seated. That's fun, right? Always wanted to do that. Dr. Alan Boyette, Vice Provost, will now lead us in recognizing our baccalaureate degree candidates.
You have been so patient. Now, will all candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise?
There we go.
Chancellor Gilliam. Chancellor Gilliam, I have the honor to present and to recommend for the appropriate degree these candidates who have satisfied all of the requirements for the baccalaureate degree.
Acting on the recommendation of the faculty, as conveyed by Vice Provost Boyette, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the President of the University of North Carolina, I hereby confer the degree upon those of you who have met the requirements for the bachelor's degree for which you have been recommended, with all of its rights, honors, and responsibilities. Congratulations to each one of you. Please be seated until your school is called forward.
Dr. Tim Johnston, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, will present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the college.
Will the baccalaureate degree candidates with majors in the College of Arts and Sciences recommended to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology, please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Miranda Jean Weevil. Arthur LaShawn Adams. Azita Abdeboual. Natalia Brigale Alexander. Hassan A. Al-Gudai.
Al-Gudayhi.
Al-Gudayhi.
From Saudi Arabia.
Okay. Go ahead. Joel Alva Calderon. Claritha Marie Anderson. Sarah Suzanne Arant. Lindsay Hammond Austin. Jennifer Ama Awaku. Nicholas Ayala. Nicole Alexandra Bain. Cherise Laurel Baker. Courtney Elena Banks. Sadie Marie Barlow. Shaquila Latrice Barnes. Elena Nicole Backham. Rachel Elizabeth Beatty. Julie Roberts Beck. Megan Laurie Beck. Jennifer Lynn Bentley. Deanne Nobles Bevins. Michelle Bocanegra. Carl Bradshear. Gina Elaine Brinkley. Martha Brookins. Joy Danielle Brooks. Tucker Dylan Brookshire. Alexandra Kyle Deshawn Brown. Kevin Brown. Patrice Camille Brown. Tia Simone Brown. Carly Jackson Burrows. Marion Burrows. Poragio Thompson. Clayton Carpenter. David Kaysen. Amanda Renee Casper. Molly Cass. Edna Michelle Chapman. Nicholas Chapman. Pooja Charya. Jaquan Cheek. Candice S. Citarelli. Kelly Ann Clifton. Kristen Sarah Clymer. Alexandra Danielle Clinkscales. Alicia LaJoyce Clinton. Holly Marie Coe. Andrew Conway. Vanessa Kendra Corbett. Michelle Alisa Cornett. Oliver Nicole Cornett. Jonathan Wesley Cruz. Emily Ann Crisco. Okay. Okay. Alik Milan Aklai Milan Krupp. Christopher Martin Cunningham. Justin Ahmad Davis. Noah D'Angelo. Brian Hanlon Demo. Neil Desai. Sarah Catherine D. G. Eugenio. Jennifer Ann Jallo. Carson Glenn Dickerson. Kaylin Dortra. Kwa Dandu. Teresa Nicole Douglas. Okay. Morgan Brianna Doja. Brianna Marie Drinnen. Jonathan Reginald Dula. Shaylon Louise Duncan. Keenan Dawson Durham. Nicole Egna. Brandon Eve. Justin Paul Ainsley. Shannon Leah Epps. Zachariah Etheridge. Ashley Desiree Farley. Casey Fields. Isaiah Lamont Fletcher. Michael Franklin Fogelman. Kanisha Tiara Frederick. Donna Frine. Miriah Catherine Garcia. Alexis Danye Gardner. Jonathan Kristen Garris.
Last name Jeter.
Chelsea Donielle Jeter. Sarah Ruth Goodby. Sarah Catherine Gore. John Matthew Grail. Jetta Capri Grant. Mackenzie Michelle Brown Green. Clarissa Monique Green. Stuart McCartney Gregory. Brittany Ann Grimes. Bethany Ann Grimes. Ebony Nicole Goins. Jamelia Haley. Michael Harley. Meredith Ellen Harris. Amber Harville. Billy Randall Hawkins. Megan Kathleen Hayes. Nashima Hurd. Elizabeth Faith Helms. Riani Dominique Hester. Taylor Hicks. Alexandra Ray Hillen. Bethany Mae Hoffman. Kelsey Ann Holland. Bria LaShawn Holman. Matthew Michael Hudnall. Amanda Ingman. Janelle Victoria Ingram. Melita Ingram. Chelsea Elizabeth Jackson. Chatelle Marie Jackson. Brennan Kyle James. Cody Wade Johnson. Malcolm Jabari Johnson. Matthew Drew Johnson. Catherine Michelle Juris. Yale and Dominique Kassi. Adnam Alam Khan. Shanice Not. Amber Nicole Kozak. Maria Amal Lashishi. Mariah Danielle Lane. Dejon Antonio Leaf. Stephanie Henderson Lefevre. Candice Lennon. Stacy Ledbetter. Jacob Donnell Lester. Lauren Kaylee Levine. Mingyang Lee. Okay. Kim Lindsay. Christina Bianca Lisicki. Eva Melissa Little. Jasmine Monique Long. Pader Lore. Sophia Lo Kinte. Ronnie Travis Luck. Jeremy Lynn Maber. Jason McRonald. Bianca Maddock. Najwa Maid. Eric Martin. Rashana Shakina McNeil. Shayla Parsons Lynette. Cass Somerset. Edward Donald Thomas. Ashley Caroline Waddell. Elise Wilson.
Congratulations. Please be seated.
Dr. Mac Banks, Dean of the Joseph M. Bryan School of Business and Economics, will present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from that school.
Will the candidates with majors in the best business school in North Carolina, the Joseph M. Bryant School of Business and Economics, recommended to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science, please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Michael Raquel Adams. Jordan Hamilton Alexander. Jordan Scott Anderson. Wesley James Acock. Pamela LaShawn Bailey. Ariana Sage Ball. Vincent Bastris. Ruth Charles Pabellon Bates. Katrina Lynn Benware. Bria Marie Berry Holly. Kaylin Chandler Berner. Evan Delaney Brinkley. Charles Chaffee. Taylor Ashley Chambers. Amaris Chandler. Amaris Chandler. Joshua Dylan Chandler. Felicia Lachelle Clyburn. Nathaniel Wayne Coleman. Julie George Dakash. Lorenzo Lee Davis. Stephanie Michelle Davis. Kayla Diane DeMorris. Douglas Andrew Day. Amber Lauren Diaz. Lee Donadue. Karen Marie Drazo. Brittany Marie S. Easter. Sidra Alai. Mike Philip Elam. Caitlin Marie Eller. Tiffany Anise Ellis. Give me your name. Give me your name. Sterling D. Evans. Nora Elizabeth Fitzgerald. Samantha M. Gainey. Waltrunette Marie Gardner. Daniel Philip Gardner. Chelsea Alexa Gilchrist. Maria Diosdado Gonzalez. Tanner Hardy. Nikkei Raquel Harris. Terea Helena. Inspiration Terea Helena Henderson. Okay. Maria Hernandez. Allen Carell High School. Paul Franklin Hooker III.
That's Farrell.
Archie Farrell Hunt Jr. Ashley Van Boskirk Ibrahim. April Paris Jones. Roderick Lerone Kirby. Matthew Knott. Samantha Marie Cosco. Judith Suzanne Lafere. Rachel Lynn Larley. Kristen Elaine Levins. Kelly Elizabeth Liner Brooks. Curtis Blaine Lithicum. Matthew Paul Loftus. Philip Alexander Loken. Matthew Samuel Long. Michael Anthony Lovett. Vinlo. Abigail Joy Lyons. Jared Manhurst. Maggie Lisa Manday. James Corey Mansfield. Garrett Nolan Martin. Shannon Marie Martin. Nancy Elizabeth Martinez. Brianna Lucy Marie Mason. Audrey Erin McFawn. Wayne T. McKee. Candice McMurran. Laura Elizabeth Nelson. Angelina Darcy Miller. Krista Lee Miller. LaKiara Miller. Larissa Melita Miller. Eaton Denise Moody. Altrail Dewan Newkirk. Scott Alex Newman Brooks. David Andrew Newton. Goodwin Anthony Wana. Michael Thomas Overby. Michael A. Pallotta. David Scott Fagan. Jimmy Fon. Tamaya Pittman. Benjamin Popel. Kyle Montero Proper. Chase Patrick Pullen. Taylor Anissa Rail. Amanda Lee Rogers. Valerie Shanta Ruffin. Tamika Angelina Satterwaite. Katie Elizabeth Searsa. Rubuti Shaw. Lakeisha Renee Shaw Washington. Johnny Ray Sheely Jr. Kebaye Nok Shizo. Jesse Rich Shoemate. Ricardo Silenzi. Jory Lynn Skinner. Cameron Elliott Smith. Rebecca Subra Spano. Jacob W. Stilley. Daniel James Stormont. Lynn Soon. Dylan Sykes. Hannah Lee Taylor. David Marcellus Tillman. Tia Aretha Timpson. Xavier Malik Vaughn. Matthew Christopher Walker. James Troy Walkup. Alicia M. Warwick. Evan J. Washington. Amber Renee Webb. Angel Paibai. David Paul Weekly. Brittany Danielle Whitlow. Tanya Marie Witt. Dennis Spencer Wood. Brandon Wright. Lucas Zargas. Anthony Zazzarino. Brian Joseph Zelio. Malia Marisa Westall. Saleh Ahmed Al-Said. Clarkson Berner. Sean Del Corral. Akeem Drakeford. Sally Jang. Olivia Harmon. Caddy Hill. Logan Horton. Tyler Lee Miller. Adriana Nunez. Jeremy Ruffin. Mohammed Yassin. Wilsie Dye. Ryan Mike.
Please join me in congratulating the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Business and Economics. Congratulations, and please be seated. Dr. Tim Johnston, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, will present the remaining candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the college.
And now will the remaining baccalaureate degree candidates with majors in the College of Arts and Sciences recommended to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Science in Medical Technology, please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Christine Martin. Destiny Angel Martin. Irene Martin. Stacy Rebecca Martin. Jessica Isabel Martinez. Jessica Matlock. Catherine Mazzo. Valerie Elizabeth Mazzo. Kayla Adams McBain. Carolyn Ann McClure. Bria Deanna McDaniel. Crystal and Antonia McDonald. Kelsey Elizabeth McKinney. Ryan Alexander McKinnon. Kansi Michaela McKnight. Mariana McCoy. Marcus Sean McRae. Emily Meeks. Nicholas Christopher Meinhardt. Linda Melendez. Josue Mendez. Kristen Marie Miller. Bryce Adam Moore. Jacob Tanner Moore. Kirsty Jane Moore. Alicia Victoria Gabrielle Morrison. Dylan Rhodes Myrick. Kimberly Naro. Cynthia Suzanne Tears. Kim Sun Han Huynh. Eric Stephen Nursey. Julia Annette O'Neill. Melanie Kristen Ollison. Luis Olmedo Lenguas. Isra Othman. Logan Richard Overturf. Ravonda Jaquise Taylor Parson. Carlin Joy Parsons. Melissa Pastor. Zakira Pegram. Maria Permodo. Christopher William Peters. Jennifer Elizabeth Plouffe. Nicholas Demetrios Politis. Shelby Kiana Powell. Pranavi Rameskumar. Carlos Ramirez. Scott Ratcliffe. Samantha Jean Reed. Ryan Richardson. Shantae Nicole Ricks. Kendra Lauren Ridge. Carmen Rivero. Crescentia Alexandria Robinson. Alexis Esteban Rodriguez. Victoria Irene Rogers. Danielle Louise Rosander. Francis Joseph Rowan. Danielle Esteban Ruales Ortiz. Margaret Salmon. Timothy Lyman Samuel. Eliseo de Jesus Santos. Dane Shelby Schmidt. Nicole Marie Schwartz. Aaron Michael Siebolt. Cameron Parrish Sabert. Savannah Jane Sherman. Cassandra Fountain Shue. Jason Tyler Smith. Sarah Frances Smith. Brittany Ann Spellman. George Darren Steele. Catherine Julia Stevenson. Tatiana S. Stevens. Courtney Beth Stewart. Tori Lorraine Strider. Curtis A. Sunley. Swearingen. Hannah Lee Swearingen. Dana Michael Sykes. Elizabeth Claire Talbert. Jamie Spencer Talbert. Raylan Marie Thigpen. Sophia Thatch. Rebecca Ann Hale. Zykia Thomas. Roger Kennedy Thomas Jr. Tashika J. Thompson. Liza Nicole Tice. Jaquia Brianna Tiggs. Deborah Lynn Toller. Keaton Deanna Toney. Sarah Elizabeth Tosh. Jonathan R. Tovey. Erin Nicole Toy. Rafael Umanzor. Brittany Umphrey. Jennifer Urquiza. Leanne Van Acker. Charles Vang. Lena Yer Vang. Victoria Burnett Vaughn. Deborah Kaufman Walsh. Kimberly Beatrice Walsh. Brenika Natasha Washington. Jessica Mariah Weeks. Richard Silas West. LaDonna Brooke Whitaker. Lauren Whitesell. Houston Bishop Whitson. Courtney Sherelle Wilson. John Evan Winston. Naporsha Alani Winston. William Michael Wise. Crestone Latham Witzel. Brittany Faye Woods. Howard Andrew Wyatt II. Morgan Ashley Wynn. Devin Andrew Yancey. Heather Lynn Ewells. Tamikia Young. Austin Wayne Yao. Fizza Gul Zafar. Jeffrey Zakowski. Ella Suzanne Miller. Joshua Derby. Odessa Jane Hall. Jonathan Thomas.
Please join me in congratulating all of the baccalaureate degree candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences. Congratulations, and please be seated. Dr. Randy Pinfield, Interim Dean of the School of Education, will present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from that school.
Will the candidates in the School of Education recommended to receive the degree of Bachelor of Science please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Amy Elizabeth Charbonneau. Marcia Ann Childress. Michelle Davis Ivory. Tammy Lavon Funderburk. Whitney Leah Hagan. Hannah Catherine Hall. Mary Caitlin Harker. Riley Lou Hayes. Coral Don Kaplan. Jacob Michael Larkin. Rachel Lovett. Katrina Elise Matthey. Renee Mintz. Grace Sungmei Moon. Ellen Michelle Moore. Jerika Brianna Naila. Catherine Renee Ovid. Katie Marie Pocat. Lucas James Wheeler.
Please join me in congratulating the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Education. Congratulations, and please be seated. Dr. Celia Hooper, Dean of the School of Health and Human Sciences, will present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from that school.
Will the candidates with majors in the School of Health and Human Sciences recommended to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Social Work please stand and come forward to receive your degree?
Robin Adams. Oyidia Okor Akoronu. Abigail Avalos. Fatma Al-Gupai. Karen Anai Brachila. Jennifer Allison Bailey. Alexandra Keys Baird. Ebony Tiandra Barr. Haley Alexandra Becker. Heidi Nicole Bell. Dylan Bellis. Max Frederick Beckstrom. Kelly Annette Boyd. Amali Michelle Britton. Monisha Yannette Bryant. Chelseus Buckland. Alejandra Cabrera Chavez. Chelsea Louise Clyburn. Ashley Morgan Corman. Akara Monet Crawford. Mikala Ann Servinko. Heather Lynn Dalton. Savannah Catherine Daniel. Brianna Monai Darden. Colin Chelston Davis. Rochelle Antoinette Davis. Crystal Dixon. Connie Irene Eastman. Krishtavani Cassandra Balakishna. Ashley Elizabeth Edelman. Chantel Kaisha Edwards. Ariel Josinia Everett. Shelley Renee Everett. Kevin Anthony Ferguson. Mark K. Fuchs. Sabrina Amposa Fimpong. Giovanna Josmar Fuentes. Katie Allison Gilliam. Julian Grady. Joey Christopher Graves. Caitlin Bennett Hodja. Kimberly Michelle Hargrove. Charles Anthony Harris. Courtney Nicole Hart. Michaela Harper. Haley Harrison. Yolanda Hill. Bess Hopkins. Jalisa Horn. Courtney Horton. Tiffany V. Howell. Caitlin Nicole Hunt. Lori Ann Jarrett. Amber Marie Jenkins. Nicole Hakima Jenkins. Katie Francis Jensen. Laura Bernadette Jones. Dylan Leah Kelly. Alicia Nasha Lipscomb. Andrea Nicole Lupino. Erin Nicole Magnum. Mami C. Atimasere. Ashley Elizabeth McCoy. Christina McDonald. Donald Kevin McLinden. Catherine Ann McNeely. Erica Shanice Merriweather. Catherine Leanne Mitchells. Letizia Brigida Magliancho. Kelly Mulhall. Ashlyn Leanne Myers. Jessica Simone Nickerson. Khadijah Oliver. Kelly Christine O'Malley. Kamika Patterson. Brittany Alice Payne. Stephanie Michelle Perryman. Kate Lynn Phillips. Ashlyn Taylor Price. Brittany Tiara Price. Rashida Louise Mishu Pugh. Brooklyn Robertson. Abigail Lee Robertson. Barbara Brianna Ross. Monica Ruquel. Camille Marcia Brown Rumpf. Taylor Grace Zafford. Ashley Levon Saunders. Kristen Nicole Shacklich. Kiara Scott. Christina Williams Sims. Tess Cherise Smith. Tavanda Shanae Lynn Smithers. Marie Yvette Spain. Jamie Lauren Stackhouse. Brittany Renee Stone. Emma Catherine Stratling. Kiara Elaine Stump. Mercedes Makinisha Thomas. Princess Talbert. Laura Jane Upstill. Lauren K. Vickery. Jasmine Simone Wallace. Alexis Ruby West. Marlon Williamson. Deandra Finney Wilson.
Please join me in congratulating the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Health and Human Sciences. Congratulations, and please be seated. Dr. Peter Alexander, Dean of the School of Music, Theater, and Dance, will present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from that school.
Will the talented and exceptionally well-prepared candidates in the School of Music, Theater, and Dance recommended to receive the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, or Bachelor of Music please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Judith Celeste Mercer. Kanika Nashe Harper North.
Felicia and Angela Francois.
Mecca Isabel Mayo.
Go ahead.
Chantel Monique Cobb.
Samantha Page Carranza. Ashley Earnhardt Brady.
Eric Davis Ball. Terry Kyle Baker. Dominique Sebastian Augustus Alexis. Lucas Christian Tester. Micah Brandon Hanner.
Jana Elizabeth Weber. Amani Wanairu Wainana. Sumika Tanaka. Camila Marie Spigo. Emily Maria Red. William Scott Endemore.
Please join me in congratulating the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. Congratulations. Please be seated. Dr. Robin Rimsberg, Dean of the School of Nursing, will present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from that school.
Saving the best of the best for last, will the candidates in the School of Nursing recommended to receive the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas.
Shannon Jeffrey Heaton. Isatu Sese. Michelle Elizabeth Reeves. Amy Sue Price. Samantha Cook Presnell. Colleen Ann Goulart. Elizabeth Fernandez. Joseph McPhail Dixon. Jenna DeGrove. Jessica Elizabeth Corona.
I think. Please join me in congratulating the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Nursing. Will all the recipients of the baccalaureate degrees please stand for the turning of the tassels?
We have come now to that long-awaited milestone in our lives, the moment where we are no longer students, but graduates of the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Tradition requires that before graduation, the tassel be worn on the right-hand side of the mortarboard. After graduation, as a symbol of our new status as degree holders, the tassel is worn on the left. As representative of your December class of 2015, I am privileged to lead you in turning our tassels from right to left, signifying our status as graduates of UNCG. Please join me in turning your tassels. Woo! Congratulations, class of 2015.
Class of December 2015, please be seated.
Congratulations to all. In continuing to recognize excellence at the university, I'd like to acknowledge the undergraduate students who have graduated today with special honors. These honors are summa cum laude, which requires a minimum grade point average of 3.9, magna cum laude, requiring a minimum grade point average of 3.7, and cum laude, which requires a minimum grade point average of 3.5. Will the graduates stand as I call your honor designation and remain standing while we recognize your achievements? Summa cum laude. Magna cum laude. Cum laude. You have brought distinction to yourselves and your university through your accomplishments. Congratulations. Please be seated. The university's disciplinary honors program offers undergraduates the opportunity to complete a rigorous plan of study that complements the work that they do in their majors. The capstone of their honors work is the senior honors thesis, a project of independent scholarship similar to a master's degree thesis. The students who completed an honors program this year and the title of their senior honors projects are listed in today's commencement program. Would each of you please stand and let us recognize you? Congratulations. Please be seated. Even as we enjoy today's celebration of accomplishments, we remain mindful of the importance of the military in defending our freedoms. We would like to recognize all of our degree candidates who have served our country in the armed forces. Please stand and let us recognize you. Thank you, and please be seated.
Before we conclude our ceremony for today, I'd like to recognize some very important guests who are with us. So as I call your group, would you please stand and remain standing as we recognize you. First, and the group that I sympathize with the most, the parents of our graduates. Please stand. Please stand. All grandparents, spouses, partners, children, friends, frenemies, BFFs. Thank you. Please be seated. We're so happy that all of you could join us to celebrate the wonderful achievements of our graduates. I'd like to recognize now the faculty of our campus to stand, and I'd like our new graduates to show your appreciation. Faculty, please stand. Be seated. Thank you, faculty. I want to acknowledge a few student groups who've worked in the ceremony today. The University Marshals have provided leadership throughout the year and are integral to this commencement ceremony. University Marshals, please stand. All of our marshals. Thank you for all of your hard work today. Please be seated. The commencement brass and soloists are providing the music today and are selected from, as Dean Alexander said, the finest school of music, theater, and dance in North Carolina. With the commencement brass and soloists, please stand. Be seated. And the graduating seniors from the Professions in Deafness program and the School of Education who provided the interpretation of the two songs in the ceremony, please stand. Thank you. Before we ring the bell, I want to just say a couple of things. I was asked if I would stay on script today, and I'm not very good at that, so I'm not going to. But I'm going to say two things. The first is to remind our new graduates to be grateful. In this season of joy and giving, you should count your blessings. You've had an opportunity to attend a wonderful university. You've had committed faculty and staff. You have families who love you. And I want us to be mindful during this holiday season. All of us, really. We're fortunate. There are people here in this community who might not know where their next meal is coming from tonight. There are people who are going to sleep in the streets. There are people around the globe struggling, being forced to flee from their homeland. There are people who are unable to care for themselves. Be mindful in this holiday season, and graduates, be mindful of the blessings that you have. For it's a great day to celebrate, but it's also embedded in each and every one of you that you need to give back. You need to give back. You've been blessed. Your family loves you. These people here work hard for you. You've done a great job. Think about yourselves, but also just a little bit over the break. Think about somebody else. Do something for somebody else. So that's my off-the-script remarks. As it is our tradition, the university bell will be rung to honor the December graduates. Today's bell ringers are Miss Betty Edinger, class of 1966, and Miss Miranda Weevil, December class of 2015. Following the ringing of the bell, please be seated and remain seated during the recessional until the faculty and graduates have moved out of the arena. Now will you please stand for the singing of the alma mater and remain standing for the bell ringing.
The sun of our
Thank you.